First, I just want to say I'm so thankful for the opportunity to be here this week. And I've just really noticed that this container has let me just sit with myself more than I ever have before. And that's really important.
That is.
I'm
glad you've noticed that.
I've known for a long time that it's important.
Yeah.
And something that's really stood out for me is about how you can't really argue with the mind, and the more you argue with the self, the mind, whatever, it's just going to keep happening. And I noticed I was really doing that a lot. And then I noticed that, first I noticed that I couldn't even choose when I was going to argue with my mind or not.
No.
So that realization kind of helped it just settle down, so then I could really get into a deeper state of just feeling peace, but the mind was still happening, but it was okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, does it?
It doesn't matter.
As soon as you stop arguing with it, it just doesn't matter. It's just thought.
But what I noticed was that I'm a pretty creative person, so lots of my thoughts had to do with creating stuff or this or that, and I was just letting it go on, and it was just kind of just happening, and today during the last meditation I noticed that the thoughts were thinking about, like, it started thinking, well, this has been great this week, but, it'll be great because then I can go home and, like, dance or something, all the creative thoughts.
Right.
And then when that happened, I started thinking about the man you mentioned in solitary confinement and how those thoughts, I hadn't thought that they were really keeping me from being present, but they were.
Yep.
And I realized, what if I couldn't leave? What if I was still having to sit with myself for the rest of my life?
Oh, I like this. Yeah.
And because I've always, for a long time, I think since I was, as far as I can remember, I felt the presence really strong. Mm-hmm. But I've also been this really active inner self. And when I felt that and really let myself feel it, oh my gosh, what if this wasn't just a retreat and I was in a room and I had to keep doing this pit of my stomach. I realized that while things have been sinking deeper, I'm still, and
I know what you mean. There's something inside that's just sort of waiting. She'll be done with this. Then we can get back to what's really.
Exactly.
We'll let her do this for 5 days, but on the 6th day, man, we're getting creative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just felt the need to mention it to you because it just made me see how even that mind, it's still creating this thing out there, and I'm still not sitting with what's in here. And it's new. I mean, it just happened a couple hours ago. I just need to sit with it, but...
Right. To sit with what's right there. To be with yourself. To be with yourself. To be with yourself. And you're absolutely accurate. There's a tendency to come to retreat, and something within us can sort of rally for a while, for 5 days. It kind of comes up to the forefront and it rallies its forces and it says, okay, now we're on retreat. And then retreat stops, ends, and that little thing that rallies its forces says, oh good, that's over with. I mean, it might be sad it's over with also, but it's a whole different mindset when you see, no, this isn't, this stuff It's not about retreats. That's not what it's about. I mean, we come and do this, but that's not what it's about. This is about life. This is about now and forever. This is about our eternal self, our eternal being. You're entirely correct, your intuition, that it's so important to remove the element of time out of the whole equation. Because even the idea of retreat has time, has beginning and end. And then my intention will shift. The intention that we share here together, does it need to shift? Do we actually need to be any less authentic when we go into the world? And we're asked to respond and be and act and do. Is it actually any different? Do we need any different intention than we have right here, right now? And if we give this intention for truth up, what do we get? What are we taking in its place, you see? And is it really as valuable as we keep telling ourselves it is? And so, the most important thing is you just see all this. The power of seeing is immense power. That's why I have people come up here and speak. It's not so much just so I can talk back. It's so you can hear yourself. So you give voice to what's happening inside. That's an immense power. It makes it harder to hide from what you know. That's why we sit here. It makes it harder to hide from what you know.
And what was different about this feeling is that a lot of times when I feel the presence, it's this great, joyful, powerful thing. Mm-hmm. And then this, it kind of felt like it was more of that, I guess I don't know who I am, and I can think, oh, because there's nothing there. But then I guess I haven't really gone into that feeling.
That's my invitation.
Yeah.
I am the nothing, and I'm inviting you in.
I mean, the mind grasps and says, I don't know how to do it, but I know that all week you've been telling us we don't need to know.
Good.
Really.
So you know that. You know you can't do it. You can't do it. When you can't do it, the only option you have is to be still and allow it to be done. And even it's right here, is it not? I mean, the great emptiness, the infinite nothingness is all around you and all inside you. It's everywhere. You're swimming in it. You look inside, nothing behind those thoughts, nothing behind those feelings, nothing behind those ideas, nothing, 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 nothing. As far as you can see inside. There's so much of nothing. We don't find it. We don't even arrive there. We already are there.
I guess it just means I don't even know what I'm looking for.
You can't know what you're looking for.
I mean, as I say it, just sounds silly, but...
No, not to me.
Yeah, but, I mean, I thought, oh, I see the Maya's going, and it was just all these thoughts, and then there's this other stuff.
There's something else underneath all that, isn't there?
I guess I just saw it in a new way.
Good for you.
And I guess I'll just sit with it.
That's your invitation, that which is underneath. That everything else will be done for you. Everything else, just receive your own invitation.
I guess that's when I came up to even speak the question, I knew I don't even need to worry that I've seen it. I'll just...
No.
Okay.
You don't need to worry.
Yeah.
Cat's out of the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Enjoy yourself. That great still silence, that's always the invitation. It doesn't sound wonderful when I say the great nothing. But only through the great nothing is the great everything revealed. Only in the great nothing. Only in the great release into infinite space is the great everything revealed. Yeah,